Hey, hello. So, um, I really love American Girl, and okay, so next I want to read you the Addy stories, and I want to read all of them, as time goes on. And here's Addy's friends and family. So our first story is Meet Addy, an American Girl. Chapter 1, Whispers of Freedom. Addie Water woke up late on a summer's night to hear her parents whispering. She thought no more of their quiet voices than of the soft chirping of the crickets in the woods just beyond the little cabin. Often she awoke to her parents whispering. Addie liked the sound. It made her feel safe, knowing her mother and father were close by. A small fire glowed in the hearth as the last coals burned from the fire Mama had used to cook supper. Usually Addie liked the warm glow of the coals in the darkness. It was the only light in the windowless cabin. But tonight it just made her hotter. Sweat crawled down her small body like ants. The stiff, dry corn husks stuffed her palate, poked through their thin covering, sticking her. Her older brother Sam lay on his own pallet near his feet. Addie could see his dark face in the firelight and hear his regular breathing. Her baby sister Esther lay next to her. Esther's steamy breath was blowing on Addie's face. Addie loved Esther, but it was too hot to be close to her tonight. Addie tried to wiggle away from the baby. When she turned from Esther, her parents stopped talking. Hush, Ben, Mama said to Papa. I think Addie woke up. Addie kept her eyes closed, but she could hear the rustle of corn husks when her father got up. His feet softly crossed the dirt floor. She opened her eyes just slightly as his shadow passed over her, covering her, Esther, and Sam. Addie felt protected inside of it. She wanted to ask, Papa, what are you and Mama talking about? But she kept her mouth shut. When her parents started talking, she listened. That child asleep, Ruth, Papa said to Mama, returned to a pallet. She tired out. They had the children out in the fields half the day warming the tobacco plants. Ben, listen to me, Mama said. Her voice was serious. I don't think we should run now. The war is going to be over soon, and then we'll be free. Ruth, I've done told you before. Them Union soldiers ain't nowhere near our part of North Carolina. They all the way clear on the other side of the state, Addie's father replied. Who knows when we're going to be free? But, Ben, we can't lose nothing by waiting. We all together here. That must count for something, Mama argued. Ruth, it should count, but you know it don't. With this war, times is hard. Money is real tight for the masters. A whole group of slaves was sold off the Gifford plantation because Master Gifford could not afford to feed and clothe them, Papa said. That was Master Gifford. Master Stevens would never sell us. We work hard for him. We do everything he tells us. He need me to do the sewing and you to do the carpenter work. Addie had never heard her mother speak so firmly. What about Sam? Papa went on. I got to drag him off his pallet when the morning work horn sounded. He got up grumbling about not wanting to work for the master, and he takes his grumbling out to the fields. He got a hot head and a hot mouth. Sam done run off once, and now he want to fight in the war. All he talk about is going north to fight for freedom. If Sam don't watch it, he's going to get us all in trouble. Addie didn't like what she heard. She remembered when Sam had run off the year before, shortly before Esther was born. He was tracked down by Master Stevens' dogs and brought back. He was tied to a tree and beaten with a whip by Master Stevens. Addie screamed and cried, but her parents did not. They had blank, empty faces that made Addie angry. When the beating was over, Sam's back was covered with blood. Papa carried him back to the cabin, and Mama and Papa cleaned the blood from him. Finally, Addie had yelled at her parent, Y'all don't care about Sam at all. Y'all not even crying. As soon as she said it, she felt bad. Come here, her father had said softly. Addie went to him, ashamed to look at his dark, stubbly face. She held her face down, but her father lifted it to wipe away her tears. Just because you don't see us cry and carrying on don't mean we don't care. It don't mean we ain't crying either. Me and Mama, your mama, crying on the inside. We ain't always free to show our feelings on the outside. On the inside we is free. There's always freedom inside your head, Addie. Freedom. That's what her parents were talking about tonight. That they were talking about a different kind of freedom. They were talking about the kind of freedom a slave had to run away to get. If Sam take off by himself a second time, we might never see him again, Mama said in a worried whisper. I want us all together. Papa didn't answer right away. Then he said, Uncle Solomon told me in the field today that there's a set of railroad tracks about 10 miles after the river near the Gifford place. We follow them north till we cross another set of tracks. Where they cross, there's a white house with red shutters. It's a safe house. An old white woman lived there, named Miss Caroline. She gotta help us. We're only gonna get that far, Papa said. In the dark, Addie hugged Janie, the small rag doll Mama had made for her, the doll she slept with every night. Her parents talked about running away scared her. She had never heard them talk about that before. Whenever Sam talked about escaping, they told him to hush up. If we get caught, Master Stephen's gonna split us up for sure, Mama said. Her voice was shaky. I figure ain't nothing for sure, answered Papa, but we got our chances while we got them. You can't go back out on me now. I'm not backing out, Mama said. She sounded cross. I'm just scared. You want us to go all the way to Philadelphia. I ain't never been no farther than the Gifford plantation. What if we get lost from each other? We're gonna go together, and we're gonna stay together. God will watch over us. You gotta believe we gotta make it north. Papa sounded sure and strong. Abby knew he could protect them no matter what. Let's just wait a little longer. When we hear the war's over, we all gonna be free. All of us right here, Mama said again. But Papa was firm. I hurt when I see Addie toting heavy water buckets to the fields, or when I see her working there, bent like an old woman. Sam already 15, but she a little girl, 9 years old and smart as they come. She'd go out in the morning, her eyes all bright and shining with hope. By night, she'd come stumbling in here so tired she could hardly eat. Esther's still a little baby, but Addie getting beat down every day. I can't stand back and watch it no more. We can't take for our freedom. We have to take it. Mama was quiet again. Addie wasn't thinking about the heat in the cabin, her prickly palate, or Esther's hot breath. She was waiting for her mother's answer. None came. She heard her father's rise. He went to the hearth and covered the coals with ashes. When Addie heard him lie down, her eyes popped open, but now Addie could see nothing. There was no light in the cabin. In the thick darkness, Addie knew she had heard a secret that she must keep to herself no matter how hot it burned inside her. She could feel Esther's breath on her back. Turning to face her sister, she moved close and put her arms around her. The baby's breath did not feel too warm now. Addie was glad Esther was there on the pallet with her. As Addie fell asleep, the only verses she could hear in the night were those of the crickets in the woods. Okay, so that's the end of that chapter. Thank you. See you later.